Hello, my name is Chris and I'm going to review the very interesting Genesis G70. I have reviewed previously G80 and G90 and I was particularly impressed with G90. Now I have to say G70 is the best of the three, and let me say why. First, this exterior styling does it for me. It really does look modern. The staggered wheels, cut lines, and posture contribute to its claim as a sports luxury sedan. Take a look for yourself. Trunk space is what you see, and the seats fold down with a large pass-through. Sitting behind myself, there is a reasonable amount of space, though not overwhelming. You have to be 5'9" or less. This is a compact sports luxury after all, competing with C-Class, A4 and 3 Series. Up front, G70 greets the driver with enough room and a high-level interior. What sets the Germans apart from the rest is their stylish interior design, slick fit and finish, and attention to detail. In G70, the stitching, the knobs, the leather quality, the tightness of assembly are things you see and feel throughout the cabin. It is really good. More on that later. Also, G70 includes a no-cost maintenance for 7 years. Impressive. Oh, and that even includes navigation updates. The seats are firm but very comfortable. Side bolsters adjust, a key comfort item. The finish of this interior is tank-like in assembly quality, and the fit of the various panels is laser-like in precision. It is a German bank vault in here. Multiple trims are available. Pricing includes fees. That is so refreshing. The model I find is a solid value is the $47,000 Canadian Elite model with leather and big sound system. The model we have, the 3.3T Sport, goes for $57,500, and both models are subject to Quebec's anti-middle class registration fee, which super taxes owners of vehicles of $40,000 Canadian or more every year of ownership. It is disheartening to say the least. The model we are driving has staggered Michelin Pilot sport tires and a 365 horsepower and 376 pounds-feet of torque V6 turbo engine with an 8-speed automatic transmission. 13.3 liters in the city and 9.5 liters on the highway. This is an average fuel economy. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello car lovers, driving the 2019 Genesis G70. This is the V6 turbo with 300, I don't know how many horsepower, almost 365 horsepower. And so what do I think about this car? It's really, really good. I want to talk about a few things, starting with the exterior styling. I love the exterior styling. I think it's the best looking Genesis out there. Really nice cut lines. It has this look of appearing to move even though it's standing still. I like it a lot. I like the color too. We're all caught up on BMW's Estoril blue, but I think this blue is even better looking in person. I just want to start with, what is a prestige brand? Where are these kind of sports luxury compact cars are? I feel this car is much more with what the consumer thinks that type of vehicle is now, whereas I think a lot of car reviewers want the experience of 10 years ago. 10 years ago, a sports compact luxury sedan was one of touchy-feely driving feel, hyper-calibrated suspension. It was more of a driving experience than a luxury experience. Today, for reasons that I guess I can understand, because now I'm 42, I'm going to be 43 soon, and I can feel my tastes changing. The sports compact luxury class is becoming something much more luxurious, much more comfortable, sport in the sense of the specs, but it's lost a lot of that driver feeling compared to, let's say, where we were 10 years ago with the 3 Series. So what differentiates now the the good from the best. I think it's going to be those little intangible details. Now, I'll give you an example. This steering wheel, it's a very good steering wheel. It has nice grips. It has a very soft leather. But can anyone deny that the BMW M steering wheel is 100 times better? It is 100 times better. That's an example of what I'm saying, these little touchy, intangible things which make the difference between the good and the great. Now, for everything else, I would have to say that this vehicle is either as good or better than the 3 Series. All right, so let's start with that. Beautiful infotainment here. The buttons here are incredible, wonderful quality, this nice satin finish, very small gaps between the different surfaces when they're bordering each other. These dials here for the temperature are wonderful. They feel really quality. The shifter feels great. It's got like this nice material on top and a satiny finish at the bottom on the stock. This whole area here is high-end. The stitching, the non-stop stitching everywhere, the red stitching gives the interior just a little bit more color, a little bit more life. This like quilt-like stitching here on the side, on the benches. It does look premium. It does feel premium. The leather quality is top level, unlike BMW with their Dakota leather. So apart from the steering wheel, this interior is awesome. The seats adjust, even they adjust here on the sides. When you go from comfort to sports mode, the side bolsters squeeze in a little. However, there's a dial to dial that back if you want. Really awesome, really awesome. I think this interior is overall better. Ross thought it was a little bit noisy on the highway. We went on the highway before. I thought it was fine. Perhaps we feel a little bit differently about that. I thought the noise level was okay. Another thing that's good about the Genesis experience is the 5-year no screwing around warranty, and that includes concierge service, which means during the maintenance, let's say the oil has to be changed, you call up Genesis, they send somebody to your house, they drop a car off, they take the Genesis, bring it to the garage, change the oil, bring it back to you. That's for 5 years. Also, another thing is the pricing. I like the way Genesis, they have like that no screwing around pricing. What you see on their price, it excludes taxes, and that's it. The shipping, all that shit that you pay on top of the price that manufacturers display, there's none of that with Genesis. The base model is $42,000. It costs $42,000 plus taxes. That's it. When you go onto the configurator, you click taxes, and it includes the taxes in the price. I love that. I really love that no fuss buying experience. I love that no dealer buying experience. I think before, good customer service in the dealer was there was a nice sofa, there's a television, they offer you coffee for free. The future of the good dealer service is no dealer at all. That's the future. And so in a sense, Genesis is really thinking about making the car of the future in terms of the premium experience. So what's it like on the road to drive? Well, it accelerates pretty fast. Unfortunately, there's too much wind outside today, and I couldn't record the sound of the engine. However, I can tell you, I gunned it before with Ross. Yes, boy. Oui, monsieur.
Hein? Fait que je pense l'essayer, ça veut tout dire. Hein?
The first gear pull, I'm telling you, it literally yanked my head back. Really strong. I did a kickdown on the highway. It was really fast. You're not going to run out of power with this one. And the transmission, I would have to say, is a little bit less snappy than, let's say, the BMW transmissions. And also, in terms of the fuel economy, I think that the German engines will get you maybe a liter and a half extra per 100 kilometers because it's just a more sophisticated drivetrain. So it's not better than the Germans in everything. However, I will say from an exterior styling, it certainly looks better than an Audi. And I would argue maybe it looks as good as a BMW 3 Series at least. I like this interior. I like this dash. I'm not like, even though it's not fully digital, I don't care. I like the way it's laid out. Listen, I have to tell you, like, I have an Acura TLX, and today if I were to buy a car, this would definitely be a top 3 car for me. All right, if I have to buy a new car today, this is a top 3 car. And so that's how good it is. I put this over Mercedes. I put this over Audi, and I think because of all the things like the service the no putzing around experience, the 5-year hassle-free warranty. I think I put it above BMW because, you know, I just don't feel like dealing with that stuff anymore. And that's huge. That's huge. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be saying these things on my channel, I would have said you're crazy and you need help. But I'm saying it, and I don't want to appear over-enthused. And I thought about it a lot before Ross came over, and now I'm driving it, and I really like this drive. The suspension is set up like in comfort mode. It's set up soft, and you know, everybody drives soft, especially when you drive in an urban environment. It's not a sloppy ride though. It rides really well. And of course, if you want to go nuts, you can put it in sports mode and you know, go hard suspension to your heart's content. Really good car, highly recommendable. And before I let you go, I gotta tell you, if you like this video, click like the video. And also, if you really like this video, why don't you subscribe? Duh. You'll get to see all my other videos and my thoughts on different cars that regular people can afford. And also, if you are really like the channel, you can share it on social media with your friends. And also, you can go look in the description. I have affiliate links. And if you have crap to buy on Amazon, just click the general purposes tab and go buy your stuff on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything. And it will make my purchase of my next camera a little bit less expensive. That's all it will do. And those are my thoughts on the Genesis G70. Great vehicle, great car, definitely a top 3 according to me. And that is it.